What's going on? What's going on, family? It's your boy Truth, reporting to you live. Welcome to your show, Truth Be Told. It's your boy Truth. Come to bring a little light to the matter at hand. Now, there's a topic that I wanted to talk about that I feel like is a huge issue in this world that probably is being talked about enough, and it really needs to be understood in order for us to conquer it. All right. And what could this topic be? This topic is no other than lust. Something that a lot of us, I'm sure, who in this have struggled with, may still be struggling with. And I think it's fair that there's a chance for us to be able to break free of it. You know, we need to be given that chance to have a better understanding of what we're dealing with and how to break free from it. So I took my time to really just dissect it and to go further into the matter. I and this is actually such a huge topic that it can't be discussed in just one video. Basically, I took it upon myself to divide this into a three-part series. Three. Because we can't just talk about it. It's just one video. It needs to be broken down, and we got to take our time with this one. We really do. This is a huge issue that a lot of us are facing out here in the world that has become so normalized, and the world refuses to see it as an issue and to try to go against it. Why? Because the world it won't want to do that. The world is against God's way right now. Not saying it's always going to be like that. I truly feel like there's going to be a time where the entire world could probably be, influenced in a positive note, in a positive manner. I mean, we all love to see that happen. But I think it starts somewhere, though. So, once again, I took it upon myself to dissect this topic in a three-part series. I got 2 more series coming after this. And we're going to get into it. We're going to take our time with it. We're going to get into it. So now, this part... What up? This first part of this series of lusts that we will be diving into is... Well, this one, I titled it Lust Simplified. Lust Simplified, right? I want to kind of go into it in simplest terms. Now, once again, this is something that we've all, I'm not gonna say we all, majority of people, I know I've struggled with it. I've struggled with it myself. To be real, I have struggled with it. It took God to do such a work within me to just really get me free from it. And I know that there are other people that are struggling with it too, that I feel like they deserve to be free as well. So, and you know what? Some people, they're okay with it though. Some people, they are okay where they're at. They're not trying to be free. But I'm not here for the people that don't want to be free. If you want to stay where you at, then that's fine. But I'm here for the people that want to be free too. All right. So I took my time to kind of like dissect this, so we can kind of go into detail about it, get a better understanding how to combat it, and understand how it works and all that. What it's about, and I want to bring it to you, bring it to the people. All right. So let's get into it. Now, I got 3 verses that I want to start off with concerning this, right? 3 verses. The first verse is 1 John 2 verse 16. And this says, "For everything in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life comes not from the Father, but from the world." All right. I got another verse. In Romans 6:13, it says, "Do not offer the parts of your body to sins." God bless you too. "Do not offer the parts of your body to sin as instruments of wickedness, but rather offer yourselves to God as those who have been brought from death to life, and offer the parts of your body to Him as instruments of righteousness." All right. Hey, we here for it. We here for it. In this season, we making the devil mad. All right. This season, we not playing. We're making the devil mad this season. And then the third verse I have for this, bet. Third verse I have for this is Matthew 5:28. And this says, "But I tell you that anyone who looks at a woman to lust after her has already committed adultery with her in his heart." Now, to touch on this one a little bit, a lot of people think that you have to actually commit the physical act of lust in order to be considered guilty, but nah. What God is saying is all you have to do is look at a person. Just look at a person. What's going to happen is, and you're sitting there, you start fantasizing about them, thinking how this might be or whatever. God is saying that alone, you're already guilty, because what that does is it plants a seed. When you plant a seed, what happens? Congrats, congrats. Happy birthday. Top of the morning, top of the morning. Correct. There you go. You're welcome. And yes, it grows. When you plant a seed, it grows. It grows inside of you. No matter how small that seed is, you can go and plant a seed. Who knows? You can have the smallest seed. It'll grow into the biggest tree. Messing around. And that's exactly what God is saying. Is that when you look at a person, that's all it takes. So if you find yourself in a situation where you're out and about, whatever, and you see somebody, don't basically the whole gist of it is not to stare. Don't stare. Yes, sir. Don't stare. Don't stare at the person. Don't, because then you're gonna start having the thoughts. Thoughts gonna start running, and then you're in trouble, because you can't control it at that point. You're not in control at that point. You think you're in control, but you're not. All right. Now, once again, this is a situation that a lot of people struggle with. Like, once again, I told you how I've struggled with the situation myself. It took God Himself to get me out of the situation. That's how strong it was for myself, I feel like, and I feel like it could be as strong as others. It might not be as strong for others, and it could be stronger for others. People will go, I mean, yeah, people, God bless you too. People will go further. Some people go further to, dealing with lust. They'll go further. I mean, we've all heard stories about, people committing homicide over people, through lust. Like, the stuff gets deep. It gets deeper. If you don't take control of it before it gets to that point, that's what's going to happen. People get locked up. People get taken out, you know, all because of lust. People lose their lives over lust because it couldn't get control over it. So I say in this season, we're going to get control over it. We're going to take control back. right. Now, I want to start off. I want to start off by saying that lust is not just sexual. Okay, people think that people think that lust has to be just like a sexual thing, and that's not the case. Lust can be anything that we take pleasure in above God. Overly pleasure. You're indulging in it too much more than you need to be. Um, Pleasure in it, you're lusting in that situation. We just don't see it as that. Um, I want to go over some characteristics with you real quickly. I got 5 points, 5 characteristic points, dealing with lust. All right, let's get into it. Point one I have here is lust is fleeting. That means it's quick to come, quick to go. That means it doesn't stick around. It's not loyal. There are some people that are okay with not loyal. Some people are actually okay with having a buffet and quick to come, quick to go, and they're okay with it. Most people, well, even okay, there are some people who are, they basically lie to themselves and say that it's okay that a person can come and go and come and go, but guess what? You're only lying to yourself. People like that a lot of the times they be the most miserable. They lie to themselves and they tell themselves, I'm fine. I don't need the person to stick around or anything like that. I'm okay with people coming in, keep coming in, coming and going. But that's a life of misery, and we convince ourselves that it's okay, and it's really not. I think people more so are designed to love than to lust, if you ask me. And people have gotten to the point where they convince themselves because maybe they've been hurt in the past. They've been hurt. So now you're gonna bleed on somebody else. You're gonna say, "Oh, I'm not. I don't need to be attached to the situation. I don't need to be attached. It is what it is. Bygones be bygones, and we're gonna keep moving forward." Once again, that's miserable. That's misery. Another time. Another time. Now, let's see. Since 2 years. Prayers up for you, Jake. Prayers up. Got some prayers for you coming up, all right? Second point that I have here is love. Sorry, not love. Lust is hope on hold. Basically, romanticizing. It's hope on hold. You're putting hope on hold when you're stuck in lust. You're romanticizing. That means you're in this fantasy land, la la land. It's not real. It's like your own digital way of, you're in a land of like unicorns and ponies of such, like the fairy tale, like you got all that running for yourself. When in reality, it ain't unicorns. It's more like you over there. You'll see like a little devil with a little pitchfork, in a little corner dancing, talking about looking like a little leprechaun type. Like that's how it really looks. And you feel me? That's how it really looks in the spirit when you in lust. It ain't nothing good about it. Mm-mm. Yeah. Now, the third point that I have here for the characteristic of it is Lust is unquenchable, but it has a huge appetite, and it gets bored easily. Why do you think there could be so many, there are so many men out here that can have multiple women that they're talking to, messing with, whatever you want to call it, and they're not happy, they're not satisfied? Why do you think that is? Because lust does not satisfy that part of you, right? Because of lust. Lust does not satisfy that whole within you. There's a hole there that people try to fill with lust, and lust will never do that. Matter of fact, I'll go even further to say lust will cause you to become more depressed. It'll put you more into a depression state. Look at Solomon in the Bible. Solomon in the Bible, how many wives and concubines did he have? Solomon had like 900 wives and concubines. What did that do to him? It destroyed him. It destroyed him, and it put him in a state of depression. He was depressed. He mentioned it. He was depressed. It took him away from God. He started worshiping other gods. He let lust drive him away, and Solomon was considered the wisest man in scripture. So think about it like that. If lust can take away the wisest man, he was wiser than me, wiser than most you, whatever. Like, he was considered the wisest man, had great wealth and riches because of his wisdom. But guess what? Because of lust, it still took him out. It pulled him away from God. It took him out. That's telling you something. How dangerous lust is. It's a silent killer that we don't take as serious as we should. It's never satisfied. You can't find satisfaction and fulfillment and messing around with all these girls. You're not going to find satisfaction in that. Like I said, if anything, it's going to bring you more into depression. It's going to make you more depressed. You may not think about it like right now. You might not think it's going to make you depressed. It's going to make you more depressed. Ain't no getting around it. Because you're not being truly fulfilled. Appreciate the comment, Jake. You a real one. You a real one. All right. I told you we gonna solve this lust situation. We gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna dissect this. You're welcome. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna get the devil mad in this season. We're not playing no more. The devil thought he had dominion. Nah. We're gonna shed some light on some matters. We're gonna change some lives. We're gonna turn some things around in this season. I'm gonna hop on the fourth point. The fourth point I have here is lust is basically ungodly desires for something or someone that basically God is not in it. So basically, if God is not in it, he won't partner with you on it. So that means whatever you decide, you choose, he's not going to partake in it. That means you're on your own. That means if you get yourself in a certain mess, not saying that he won't forgive you, not saying that he will leave you completely, not saying that necessarily, but he's letting you know he's not supporting it. So if you get yourself in a pickle, you in that pickle. Why you think a lot of people end up getting taken out? Some people you put yourself in a certain position. Let's say, I'll give you an example. How many stories have we heard of a man messing with a girl? You go to a girl's spot. You messing with the girl, whatever. And then once all is said and done, you're walking out of that room. What's waiting for you on the other side of that door? Maybe a few steps. You probably make a few. You probably get a little far. You feel me? Maybe it's not outside the door per se, but Maybe it's by your car, who knows? But guess what you're gonna find on the other side as soon as you get there? You probably gonna find heaven gates. That's what you're gonna find. How many stories have we heard where men get taken out? They get basically it's a setup. How many times we've heard of setups like that? Where and to talk about it, what it means is that's how far lust will go. A lot of girls are paid off, a lot, correct, a lot. A lot of girls are paid off to other guys who want to take you out. So they'll set you up. Tell the guy you don't even know about it. Tell the other guys, hey, he's here, da da da. He's gonna be coming out any second now. You know, da da da. Okay. Once you leave the door, that's it. You were set up. Why? Because you were driven by the flesh. You were driven by lust. There's a lot of situations like that. And it's sad. We gotta do better. Take control of ourselves. I want to go over, very sad, correct. Now I want to go over the fifth point of the characteristic. The fifth point I have here is lust deals with sensuality. The five senses, which is sight, smell, hearing, taste, feel, touch, think those things. And the spirit opposes these things. It's against these things. These things are more on the physical aspect, but the spirit, it opposes, it goes against these things. So basically, if you walk in the spirit, you'll find that the physical things are easier to control. They're easier to deal with. You won't be so easy to fall into the things of the eyes, ear. You have more control when you're in the spirit versus being in the things of the flesh. It's easier to deal with. The fear of God is the hatred of evil. If you abide in God, it means these things, these physical things won't have that much effect on you. You'll be able to move easier in the spirit versus moving in the physical. You won't fall as easy. You'll be able to discern. You'll be able to see who's fake in your life. You'll be able to say, okay, boom, nah, I don't trust you. Boom. All right. You see like a person that's boom. Honestly, I'm trying to say, like, that's how you'll be able to start moving. Now, of course, we have to move forward. James 4 verse 6 says this. It says you have to move forward in humility. You got to move forward in humility. Move forward in the spirit of humility. It's humility is important to God. You got to humble yourself. A lot of people, they'll even go as far as thinking and saying, "Oh, I don't have a lust issue." That's pride. When you can't even tell yourself that you're moving in a certain situation, that you can't even tell yourself you're moving in lust, that's pride. And God can't work with you when you like that. Those are the people that He resists. Appreciate you, Jacob, my boy. Hey, if you want to support, just follow your boy. Share, help share. You real. Nah, you real. I'm real. Nah, you real. Nah, but for real, you want to show support, share my stuff, show some love. I'll be happy with that. I'll be happy with that. You're welcome. You're welcome, my boy. I'm just tired of seeing people, people being hurt, people living in darkness. I've been there myself, so I know I don't want you to go through it. I don't want you to have to deal with what I dealt with. So I want you to avoid those, those holes in the ground If I can help you avoid it, I will. If I can help, if I can, if I'm gonna be a big brother. I'm gonna be a big brother. I'm gonna help you avoid and help you. I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna guide you. You feel me? Not a lot of us have not had that in our lives. Someone that helped to guide us through life and those issues. So I want to be that, for you. All right. So once again, James 4 verse 6 goes on to say, God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. And so basically, if you're a humble person, what God is basically saying to you is he's gonna elevate you. You're gonna find yourself in rooms of kings that you didn't even know you can be in. That's what he did with David. He did. I mean, not just David. Everybody in Scripture that followed after him. He elevated them. He's gonna elevate you. If you're humble, he's gonna elevate you. And it also goes on to say, if you're prideful, if you feel like you're on top of the world, you feel like can't nobody come for you, this and that. What it say? It say he gonna humble you. He gonna bring you back down. How many people he done humbled? Yeah. If you humble, he gonna elevate you. If you already coming off like you top dog, you humble, you prideful, he gonna humble you. All right. We have to we got to stay hungry for the spirit and not the flesh. We got to stay hungry for the things of the spirit, not the flesh. We got to choose to pursue God, and we got to choose to preserve our peace. When we choose to pursue the things of the flesh, you're choosing to compromise your peace. You're choosing to settle for the things of the world, which only brings destruction. Why you think there's so many people in the world, they think that money can buy you everything? Money can buy you riches. Why you think there's so many people who are rich? They still what they do, what they still do. I don't want to say the word, but what a lot of them be doing to themselves. They take themselves out, right? Now, you would have to ask yourself at that point, I thought you had all this money. Why are you taking yourself out? Because in reality, though money does help to make your life easier, money ultimately will not be what's satisfy you to bring you true happiness and peace. Only God can do that. Some people, they just either keep resisting him and fail to realize it until it's too late, and then they just can't take it anymore and take themselves out, and that's what it is. They'll deceive people for so long in the world, make it seem like, oh, I got this type of kind of lifestyle, living in this house, got multiple vehicles. They'll paint such a picture for so long until they just can't take it no more, and they end up taking themselves out. You just hear they take themselves out. That's not what's truly does it. It's not. People think that's what it is, and it's not. It's not. I can't stress it enough. If I gotta sing it, I will. What? Y'all ain't not gonna sing? I really can't, but I can try. All right. How do we overcome temptation? Now, how do we overcome temptation, right? I've got 3 points here for how to overcome temptation. Now, first, what you want to do is you want to submit to God. Okay? First point is you want to submit to God. The second point, you want to resist the devil. And the third point, You want to draw closer to God. Submit to God, resist the devil, draw closer to God. In that order. Don't mess the order up. It's in order for a reason. Because when you submit to God, you're already telling God, okay, I know I'm in the wrong. I know I'm not perfect. I know, you know, I can't be the say all, do all. You the one that's in control. So I'm gonna let you be the one to guide me, right? So once you do that, now God's able to move in your life because you submitted. Second to that, the second one is resist the devil. What that means is the devil, he's gonna come at you. He's gonna tempt you. He's gonna come at you in temptation. He's gonna, you know how how people think the devil is like this red guy with horns and a fork in his hands. Think he's gonna come at you with like a little crazy looking teeth. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. People think that he's gonna come after you, um, and just looking all kind of ugly basically. But nah, the devil don't come at you like that. He comes at you. The Bible says it's an angel of light. That means he's gonna come at you like a person that's nice and sweet and kind, and he's gonna come at you like that first. Yeah, he gonna come at you like the sweetest person. They're gonna come at you fake. That's his intro. For him to move in your life, he needs to try to slither his way in like a snake, like a true snake that he is. They don't call him the father of lies for no reason. And basically, when he comes at you with these temptations, you got to resist it. Resist the devil. And then guess what? He will flee from you. He'll leave you alone. Then that's not to say he won't try to come at you a different time. Hey, listen, man. We've all got them. We've all got them. All right. We've all got fake friends. You feel me? It's a real thing. It is a real thing out here. All we can do is pray for them. All we can do is pray for them and keep our distance. You got to keep your distance and pray for them, because you stick too close to people like that. You stick too close, and you might end up biting the wrong end of the stick. You might stay in that situation for too long, and whatever happens to them, basically you're already there. You get in trouble too. You might have been innocent. Guess what? Boom, you're in bad company because of that. You know what I'm trying to say? Anything can happen. Anything goes down. So who we keep around in our circle is highly important for sure. For sure, for sure. So we gotta resist the devil, and he'll leave us alone. Not saying he won't try to come back to us another time, because he will. He gonna come and try. He gonna try his hand again. But guess what? You have to resist him that time too. And then the third point is draw closer. To draw closer to God. So after you resist the devil, you don't stop there. Now you got to draw closer to God. A lot of people, what they'll do is, you might even be able to resist the devil, right? And then you won't draw closer to God. The drawing closer to God part is third for a reason, because when you draw closer to God, now you become stronger with God. You get it? And when you become stronger with God, that means when the devil try to come and try his hand again the next time, guess what? Now you're even stronger with God, so now it becomes even easier for you to resist him. So you got to resist him. Once you resist him, then you get closer to God. And by getting closer to God, now you can resist him easier the next time he comes and try you. Good afternoon, good afternoon. He gonna try his hand next time, but guess what? It don't matter, because you're gonna be on point. On point. Tell him you bought that life. I think somebody just saw me do that, and they were highly concerned about me. They're like, what's he doing? Is he beating somebody up in there? No. Whoa. I don't do stuff like that, bro. All right. Now, Uh, yeah. All right. Yeah, yeah. Cause we real. That's why. Real. Let me say that. Let me say this real quick. Real men don't put their hands on women. Real men don't put their hands on women. I don't know who's watching this. I don't know if you need to hear that. I don't know what the case may be. Real men don't put their hands on women. You know, um, if I see a man in the street putting his hands on a woman, it angers me. It makes me want to get involved and you know, I'm trying to say, jump on dude and be like, hey, bruh, you know, da da da, what you doing? I might not want to hit him, but I'll definitely diffuse the situation. I won't be like one of the people that sit there and watch the situation happen and just not do nothing about it. Absolutely not. Nah, I'm more of a doer than just a scared coward and just no. You can't just no, just no, just no. All right, 100%, 1,000, 1,000. All right. So let me hop back in here real quick. Let me hop back in here. Now, submitting to God, resist the devil, and then draw closer to God, right? Now, what does this look like? This looks like consistency. You gotta be consistent. This looks like focus. You gotta be focused. This looks like being decisive. You gotta uh, be decisive in knowing what you are trying to do or what you're trying to accomplish because it'll help you to decide and move easier and better once you're decisive. Once you know you want to do it and accomplish it, you're able to just move like water at that point. And of course, the last but not least, you got to be selective in what you watch and what you listen to. Be selective in what passes through your eyes. Be selective in what passes through your ears. This goes as far as music. This goes as far as people that you have in your life. This goes as far as people that you take advice from. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, this is why your circle is so important. Your influence is so important. You can't just be sitting there. Hey, we here for it. I told you this season we're making the enemy mad. We're making the devil mad. You got to be careful who you have in your circle. Be careful who's talking to you. What they telling you. Be careful of the things you entertain. You know, you can have bad influence and not even realize it sometimes. People might even tell you things to kind of keep you away from your purpose, keep you away from what God has for you. If you look at in the Bible, actually, a good example is when, who is it? I think was it Peter? It was when Jesus was speaking with one of the disciples, and they said, "Thank you, my boy." Hey, I really, I feel that. I feel that. I felt that. I feel that, and I appreciate you. You won the million too, cause you received it, and I know you gonna make a change too in somebody else's life. And um, I ain't gonna lie, you got me with that one. You ain't lose my train of thought, my boy. Wait, you got me. Just wait, let me train of thought, man. Appreciate you. I do appreciate you. I do appreciate you. I really do appreciate you. Who we have in our circle is highly important. Who we allow to listen to, who we take advice from. They can keep you from your purpose. Oh, when Jesus he was here to accomplish his goals, his purpose. And one of the disciple goes and says, "Oh no, what are you saying, Master? You won't die. You won't. This won't happen to you." And Jesus, what did Jesus reply with? He said, get behind me, Satan." Even though that was one of Jesus' pupil at the time, but the devil was using his words one of his pupils' words to try to keep Jesus away from his purpose. So basically, the devil will use those who are closest to you to keep you away from your purpose. He will. He'll try to plant little seeds of doubt. He'll use them to try to talk to you and get at you. He might not be able to get to you, because you if you strong with God and you doing what you're supposed to be doing, he gonna use the people around you to try to doubt you and make you stumble and fall away. When you're not focused on purpose, correct. When you're not focused on purpose, the only option is pleasure. When you're not busy enough and goal focused, goal oriented, it leaves more room for pleasure. Whatever you feed grows. You feed the things of the physical. That's what's going to grow. You feed the things of the spiritual. That's what's going to grow. You keep feeding to what you see, what you hear, what you like. It's going to grow. You get closer to God. You feed things of the spirit. You talk to God more. Guess what? It's going to grow. That's why it's so important that we remove basically every opportunity for you to feed the thing that the mindset is, the things of the flesh it desires. We gotta try to remove, lessen those things from our life, so that we make it easier for us to walk. Those who live according to the Spirit has their mind set on the things of the Spirit and the desires of the Spirit. Those who live according to the flesh, you're going to be drawn more to the things of the flesh. And the proof of that is a desire. The proof is the desire. It's the pursuit itself. The desire is the pursuit of it. Whichever one you pursue, it shows what you're stronger in. If you're pursuing the things of the flesh, the world, you're pursuing the world, that's because your flesh is stronger. If you are pursuing the things of the Spirit, that means your spirit is stronger. Your spirit man is stronger. Now, basically what you sow into is what lives. Thank you. Yeah, I like red. Well, red interior. Let me say that. Actually, you know what? No, I like red too. The color red. Red's my favorite color. Red is my favorite color. Let me say that. Red is my favorite color. Yeah. A red Power Rangers. I'm kidding. I'm playing. Let me see. So a turn up. All right. Now, the flesh, it has desires, right? And the spirit has desires. Both have their own desires. The mind is the decision maker. God gives us free will to choose which one we want to pursue. Trying to see here. He gives us free will to choose between the two, right? The flesh and the spirit, man. Once again, what you feed grows. You feed one side, it's gonna grow. You feed the other side, it's gonna grow. And if you don't feed the other side, it's gonna deplete. You feed the spirit, the flesh will be depleted. You feed the flesh, the spirit will be depleted. That means it'll be harder for you to hear God. You won't be able to discern more. You won't be able to tell who's faking your life. When you're closer in the spirit, you'll be able to tell who's faking your life. Why do you think people can, if you the more you're in the flesh, they get like basically like set up. They get more. It'll be the ones who get set up more, because you couldn't tell who were your friends or not. You're too much in the flesh, and then that's how the devil gets a lot of people. When we do things that we want to do, it breeds hypocrisy, and it breeds hypocrisy, and it breeds destruction. When you want to do the thing that you want to do, you saying like you don't really want to listen to God. You don't really want to, get closer to God. You're completely, ignorant to Him and His ways. It breeds hypocrisy, and it breeds destruction to you, and probably to those around you. You attract all that stuff. It's nothing to be played with. Sin, it separates us from God. Hey, we here for it. I'm glad I could help. I'm definitely here for you. I know that I myself always wanted that kind of support. Didn't really get that kind of support, so I told myself I want to be that for somebody else. I don't want y'all to go through what I had to go through just to learn the hard way. I want you to learn easier. Sin separates us from God. Amen. Sin separates us from God. And grieving the Holy Spirit is basically anything that any direction that we take that leads us away, any decision that we make that leads us away from Him. If you ever feel like you've come to that certain point where you're about to do something bad, and you feel like maybe that tug is, tugging on your spirit, like, no, don't do it. No, don't do it. And you want to do it. Your flesh is talking to you. You want to do it. You yourself, you're like, you still want to do it, and you still do it anyways. But you had like some kind of a nah. If you had even a little bit of that nah feeling, that's the spirit trying to nudge you away from doing it. But because a lot of us are so indulged in pursuing the ways of the world, the flesh man is stronger. That means if the flesh man is stronger, you remember that example I gave you, stronger and weaker? If the flesh man is stronger, you're gonna indulge. Even if the spirit is telling you, nah, don't go in that direction, nah, don't do it. You more in the flesh, so you won't do it anyways. Even if you do get that little nudge in the spirit, that little prompting of like, nah, don't do it, don't do it. You still gonna do it. Why? Because you want to do it. Because your flesh is strong, too strong. And you still want that experience. You still wanted to do it. I'll even go further to say, in a situation like that, it's the mind and the flesh against the spirit. Yeah. Welcome back. Yeah. I even go as far as saying the mind and the flesh is going against the spirit man. The flesh is already going against the spirit man, and the mind wants to do more so what the flesh wants to do. It's closer to the flesh than it is to the spirit. So basically, you're getting jumped. Your spirit man's getting jumped. What the spirit wants to do is get closer to God. So if the mind and the flesh is going against the spirit, that means it's way easier. Got you too. That means it's way easier for you to continue to indulge or partake it or pursue the things of the flesh. It's easier to fall into it. And that can be a dangerous place to be. Oh man. Um Now I wanna I don't want to keep I don't want to make this too long, too drawn out. I want to keep this at a certain point. Oh, and I don't know if I don't know if I told or if you guys tuning in whenever you're tuning in, but basically, I'm basically breaking this thing down in a three-part series. Hey, you already know where to find me, boy. You know where to find me. Subscribe, share. You already know. Help me out. Whatever we want to do, support. I appreciate you. You a real one. I'm gonna say right here in front of everybody, you a real one. I know real ones when I see them. Um, but I took the time. I'm taking the time to basically dissect this series of lusts in a three-part series. I got two more. Yes, sir. I got two more series coming up. I got two more series coming up on this topic because this is a topic that yo. This is a topic that is it needs to be talked about. It needs to be dissected. We gotta take our time with it. We gotta take our time with it. It's nothing. It's nothing um to just. It's not. It's nothing short. We gotta really take our time with it. So I got two more series on the way. Um, and hopefully you can catch it. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way you can see whenever I do post on it, or I post on it. And yeah, this season we gonna make the devil mad. We gonna make the devil mad this season. Now I want to end this first part, this first series, with a verse. I want to end it with a verse, right? And this is the verse. In James 1, it says, alright, bet. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. James 1, it says, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. I'm going to repeat that one again. In James 1, it says, blessed is the man that endureth temptation. You endure temptation. For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. So basically, this is saying that you will be tried. You will be tested. It's saying that, appreciate you, my boy. Praise for you too. I definitely will pray for you, alright? It's saying that temptation will come, right? It's on the way. However you want to look at it, and it's saying that when you are tested and tried, it's God wants to see how you're going to handle it. You know how they say the teacher is normally silent during a test? This is the same thing. When the tests and trials come, you're going to be tried. And God wants to see how you're going to handle this situation. He's going to see how you handle it. And it goes further to say, when you do succeed in passing the test, in this verse here it says, "For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him." That means when God knows you're truly for him, he knows that you love him, and you pass the test. That means God is going to give you a crown of life. What does that mean? What is that? Crown of life can be considered blessings. He's going to open doors for you. He's going to bring you to your next level of life. He's going to be like, "Oh, he passed the test? She passed the test? Okay. Interesting. Give this one a crown of life, please. Give this one the crown of life. Yeah, fix it really nice on their head, please." And what that means is, once again, it just means doors opening. That's when you're going to start noticing. You're going to maybe receive a phone call. "Hey, we saw you on a brochure, da-da-da, and, we like we heard, what we saw, could you come in for an interview?" You're going to start receiving more blessings. You're going to notice more people are going to come at you, talk to you out of nowhere. This is God opening doors for you. More opportunities are going to start coming your way. It's going to be random. It's going to be random. But that's because you chose to fight the temptation. When you fight the temptation, that's you getting better and stronger and closer to God. Matter of fact, I'll even go further. I'll even go further with it and say that there was a video that I was watching, and in this video it was basically explaining how do we get our prayers. Hey, I don't know, it was the best example I come up with. Hey, you never know. Hey, I mean, I personally don't do very well with answering random numbers. Someone called me, I don't know who's calling me, you probably ain't getting an answer. I ain't gonna lie. You're gonna have to text me first. Text me, let me know who it is, and then we can talk, work some things out. But, other than that, we gotta, see what's up. Yes, sir. But, I saw this video, and in this video it's talking about how can we basically have our not only, yeah, I guess, like, how can you have your prayers answered, basically? How can you have your prayers answered, things moving for you more so in the spirit, right? And in the video, the guy was basically talking about how this can happen, and he was saying that the way it works in the spirit realm is the more you resist the devil in the spirit, this is what's happening. Your ranking in heaven is high. It gets higher. Nah, you're not annoying at all. You're not annoying. You're not annoying at all, my boy. You're not annoying. Don't even think you're annoying. You're not annoying. All right. I don't even want you to think it. That's how much. Nah, you perfect. You good. In heaven, you're welcome. In heaven, every time we resist the devil, they're taking note of that. God's taking note of that. His angels taking note of that. And what they're doing is, you remember the verse, the crown, all that. Now what's also happening is, in heaven, your ranking is also going up. So that means when you pray, your prayers are getting stronger. That's how your prayers more so get heard. The more you obey God, the more you fight temptation, the more you stay away from the lust and the sins and all this and that, you get stronger in the spirit. Guess what? When you pray, your prayers are going up. Your prayers are getting stronger. Your prayers are carrying more weight. The more we resist, the more our prayers carry more weight. You want to be a bodybuilder in the spirit? Bench pressing them angel dumbbells. You feel me? You want to get your spiritual muscle up? That's how you do it. Keep resisting the evil. Keep resisting the bad temptations. And God sees it. He's taking note. Like, all right, this one did good this time. Go ahead. Increase his ranking, please. And when you do that and you pray the next time, your prayers are more easily able to be heard than the last time. So when I saw that, when I heard that, I'm like, dang, that is so cool. Like, that's such a revelation to me. Like, a lot of people don't even know that. Like, a lot of people wouldn't even know that that's how their prayers can be stronger and heard by just resisting the devil. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. He'll leave you alone. And in the meantime of that happening, you're also increasing your ranking in heaven. It's not just resist the devil and that's it. No, there's more to it behind it that a lot of us didn't know about. You resist, all right, boom. God sees it. He's taking note. He increases you in you know, in ranking. And as you pray, as your ranking go up, guess what? Your prayer is only being answered more. You're connecting God with more. It's a real thing. A lot of people just won't know that. A lot of churches won't even preach. Correct. X devil. Correct. X devil. X him. Put an X on his forehead. If I had a Sharpie, I'd draw it on his forehead. Squeak, 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 squeak. All that. But yeah. You know, you're funny, bro. So yeah, I mean, I wanna end it with that, guys. I don't wanna draw this out too much further. That's pretty much it for this first part. First part of the series. Like I said, I got two more on this series coming through. You know. Oh, yo, perfect. I'm glad you put the little writing, the pen and the writing emoji too, right? Basically, yeah. Take notes. When's the second one? So, when is the next one? Let me see, what's today? Today's Wednesday. Cause you know the days go by so quick. We kind of lose track of days. We lose track of days. I gotta see if I will do it weekly. I might do it like that actually. I might do it weekly. I'll probably do it like maybe around the same time next week. Something like that there. Something like that there. I'll probably say maybe more so. I'll probably do it weekly. I'll this around this time next week. I'll probably do the same thing. I'll run it again. Just to keep it around the same time frame so everybody could be on the same page. That's probably what I'll do. So yeah, I'll probably do Wednesdays. Around this time. Yeah. I think so. It might work. That might work. Just to keep consistency. You know, like I said, we're gonna make the enemy mad in this season because you know I'm tired of the corruption. We all tired of the corruption. So we're gonna make this work. We'll make this work. Yeah. I appreciate the love and support. If you guys haven't already, follow your boy, subscribe, follow, hit the notification bell. Yeah, devil be big mad. Everybody should put in the comment section, the devil gonna be big mad. Love you too, my boy. Love you too. Love you too. You already know. Ain't nothing but love. Ain't nothing but love, for real, for real. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, people think that hate is such a strong thing, but honestly, love is stronger than hate. People feel exactly. The devil's a bug. I call him a bug. You know. Um, so definitely follow your boy, subscribe, hit notification bell so you can, know whenever I'm about to post. And I don't know if a lot of us even know. I'm also doing music. I'm releasing. I got 6 songs currently that I'm working on. I'm gonna release all 6 at the same time. I got a few that I have out now. I'm just not getting started, so take it easy on your boy. I got 6 songs that I'm working on right now. I'm gonna release all of them at the same time because I don't really want to do the whole one at a time thing. I ain't got time to waste like that. So I'm releasing all 6. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's on my channel. It's on my channel. If you go on my page, you'll see what I already have out. Um, I got, I'm just like I said, I'm just starting, just getting into it. So, you know, um, you're welcome. You're welcome. I got more coming on the way. I got 6 on the way, and then I got after that 6 that I'm releasing, I'm gonna be working on a whole album. I got an album of 10, about 10 songs that I'm working on after that. So yeah, in this season we getting busy, we putting in work. The devil he's just gonna have to be big mad and sit there like this. Like, why is he doing this now? Like, that's gonna be him. Oh well, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, anyways, about that time, you know, got nothing but love. Yeah, it's about that time. Hey, you know how we do. You know how we do. The devil gonna be mad, big mad. We gonna sit there and laugh about it. You feel me? But he can't touch us because we know who we protected by. It's about that time. It's about that time. Absolutely. But yeah, once again, I'm gonna sign out. I'm gonna sign out of here. Um, see you soon. See you soon too, my boy. See you soon. Yeah. Much love. Love you guys. Thanks for the support in advance once again. And like I said, in this season, we turning it up. We turning it up. We gonna make the devil mad. All right. So I'm gonna definitely catch you guys on part 2 coming soon. Possibly, like I said, next Wednesday. Tune in. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun watching the devil get mad because we don't care. Alright, bet. I follow it. I follow. I'm gonna shoot you a follow. But alright, you guys, once again, much love. Let me see something. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see something. Give me 2 seconds, y'all, real quick. Nah, tuenya, terabi, do bobo. Mira. Sorry. I like my Lion King. Hold on, real quick. Hey. Do. Alright, bet. Got that. Alright, bet. Nah. I ain't got no videos yet. That's what I'm finna work on next. Like I said, I'm just getting started, so I want to release some stuff first. I want to release smaller. I'm trying to say I'm starting increments. I want to have more like more. Exactly. I wanna I wanna I wanna release more content first, and then I'm gonna bounce back with like videos and all that. Shoot videos secondary. That's not my main focus. Is more like getting it out first. Getting the sound out, getting the people can get the feel for it, understand what's going on, I'm coming from, and then I'm gonna bounce back with the music videos and all that there. Um, so that way I can have a lot done first versus just having like one music video here too. Like I want to get like more like content first than just the videos, and I'll bounce back for that. But that's just it for that. Um, so yeah, once again, appreciate y'all. Appreciate the love and support. Once again, it's your boy Truth from Truth Be Told, and yeah, holla at your boiler. Hear from you soon. Take it a step farther. Let me stop before I start spitting some bars. All right, y'all. Much love. Thanks for the support, Jake. You a real one once again. And yeah, much love, you guys. I'll hear from you guys soon. Till next time. Till next time. Bet. Big bet.